Welcome again to another edition of Shelton City Council Looking Ahead with City Manager Jeff Niten. And Jeff, we got a couple of meetings to talk about. One coming up real quick and the other one on Tuesday. First, let's talk about Friday's joint meeting with the Mason County Commission.
Yeah, so Friday, tomorrow morning, we will hold a joint meeting with the Mason County Board of Commissioners, and it's something that the City Council was very interested in, and I think the County Commission was as well, is getting together to discuss topics of interest to both the county and the city. This is the second one we'll be doing in 2022. The first one was in late January, if I remember correctly. And this is the second one, and there are a couple of discussion topics that are of interest to both of us. So we'll get together and kind of find out where everybody is at and kind of what their thoughts are moving forward, and we can work together to increase opportunities in Mason County and in the city of Shelton.
And that's going to be held at the Ridge.
Yep,
breakfast thing.
Yeah, Ridge Motorsports Park, they have a great venue there. It really works well for us. They have a nice big room, and it's a good place to get together and talk about things. They have all the facilities there that we need and everything else, so that's great.
And that one you can watch on MasonWebTV.com. Now let's talk about Tuesday. You're going back to Council 101, right?
Yeah, a little bit of Council 101 and Community 101. We want to make sure that people in the community understand what we look at, kind of the processes that we use for every facet of city government. So it's not, you put something in a black box and a couple weeks later something pops out. One of my favorite topics next Tuesday is we're going to be talking about land use processes and regulations. So a little bit of everything from how the Growth Management Act works, GMA, to SEPA, which is the State Environmental Policy Act, to the Shoreline Management Act, and how those things all work together, how we develop our comprehensive plans, which is one of the topics we'll be talking with the county about, since we both have to do those together. And how those things work, and developing a comprehensive plan is a vision for what the community is going to look like in 20 years. And then somewhat into permit processing for land use permits, like what's a type 1 permit, what's a type 2 permit, type 3 and type 4, how all those things kind of work together and why they're slotted where they're slotted.
How important is land use? I mean, kind of an odd question, really, but somebody has to decide where everything goes, right?
Yeah. So what we look at when we're looking at land use, future land use in particular, if you're going to put a business, an area for economic development over here, economic development and land use are really tied close together. And if you're going to put an area or set aside an area for business growth, you need to make sure that the transportation network is right, the sewer infrastructure, the water infrastructure, electricity, all those types of things. So when you designate an area for something, you make sure you have the services to be able to provide those when a business comes and wants to locate here. And it's really an investment strategy, because we know where we want to put money, put resources to put that infrastructure in place to enhance economic development opportunities. A little bit of everything goes into it. Schools, the things I mentioned before, all of those things happen together, and it's important that the county and the city are on the same page.
All right, Jeff, that's Tuesday night, 6 p.m. in the council chambers. You can join by Zoom.